Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. Thank you for clicking on to today's episode. If you are new to my channel, you are highly welcome. Please do not forget to subscribe after watching this video if you like what you see. Subscription is totally free, and also hit on the bell sign so that whenever I upload a video you will be notified. And to my amazing subscribers, thank you for always coming back to watch my video. You guys are so much appreciated. So in today's video, I'll be sharing with you how I made this simple but delicious chicken stew recipe. This recipe tastes so amazing. It tastes super delicious. You can go ahead and enjoy this stew with your rice, your yam, your pasta, like anything you feel like enjoying it with. You can also enjoy it with your bread. Yes, your agidi bread. So if you're interested to know how I made this chicken stew, keep watching. I will list all the detailed ingredients I use for this recipe on my description box below, so feel free to check it out. So without further ado, let's get started. So this is the chicken that I'll be using for the stew. I'm using the heart chicken. I've already gone ahead to wash it and then place it on my stove top. So I'm just going to on the stove now. Like I said, I'm using the heart chicken. I will leave all the ingredients on my description box below. And over here is the onions that we just finished slicing. So I'm going to add the onions in the heart chicken. I'm going to add onion powder, garlic powder, salt, cubes, it's made up of tomato flavor, so like I said, I'm using the hard chicken. I'm going to cover it up and allow to cook. Like I will make sure it is properly cooked, because hard chicken takes longer to cook than soft chicken, although hard chicken tastes better more than the soft chicken as well. So at this point, I'm going to cover it and allow to cook. I would have loved to use my pressure pot to cook this hard chicken, but I'm using my pressure pot behind the scene. I'm also making another recipe. I'm filming two recipes at the same time, so that is why I'm using the stove to cook the hard chicken. So I'm going to allow it to cook. So guys, it's time for us to check on our chicken.
Mama.
Daddy.
Dada.
How are you? Good job. So at this point the chicken is well done, like it's well done. I cooked this hard chicken for good 3 hours, good 3 hours. So it's completely done now, because if it is not cooked, hubby will not eat it, and I don't think anybody will like or love eating hard meat. So at this point I'm going to take it out from the stove or from my pot. So I'll be putting it inside my sieve so that it will take out the excess liquid on it. As you can see, I'm putting it here so that it will take out the excess juice. It tastes super amazing. Like, you can never compare the taste of hard chicken to that of a soft chicken. It tastes super delicious. Alright guys, I'm done transferring the chicken in my sieve. I'll just allow it to drain the excess juice out. When it is well drained, I'll put it in my preheated oven. Meanwhile, let me take out the stock from the pot, because this is the same pot I'll be using to make the stew. So I'm going to start by adding my extra virgin olive oil. You can use any oil of your choice. I will allow the oil to heat up for a minute. Alright, at this point the oil is well heated. Over here are my fresh blended tomatoes, onions, ginger, bell peppers, and the garlic. If you are living in Nigeria, you cannot lay your hands on the bell peppers. You can substitute the bell pepper for tatashe. So I'm going to add it inside my heated extra virgin olive oil. So at this point I'm going to introduce my red sliced onions. I blended the onions to the tomatoes. I'm just adding extra onions for some flavor. Remember, I blended some onions inside the tomatoes, so that is why I'm just adding extra onions for some taste or for some flavor. If you don't like it, skip it, okay? So at this point I'm going to cover it and allow to fry, but please keep stirring it often and on so that you will not get a burnt or a sticky tomato. And also make sure you are frying it on a low to medium heat. So I'm going to cover it up to avoid splashes. Alright guys, it's time for us to check on our stew.
No.
Did you say no? So at this point, I'm going to skim the excess oil that is lying on the surface of the stew, because I don't like too much oily food or too much oily stew. But if you are a fan of too much oil or oily food in your own recipe or in your own food, you can go ahead and leave the excess oil that is lying on the surface of the stew, okay? So at this point, I'm done skimming the excess oil on the surface of the stew. I think I'm satisfied with the oil that is on it right now. And here comes the excess oil I got. I'm just going to allow it to cool down, then I will transfer it in my rubber for later use. I'll be using this excess oil to make my jollof recipe. So at this point, I'm going to introduce my chicken, because the chicken is out from the oven. So here comes the chicken. Is out from the oven. It tastes super amazing. It's very juicy. Like, you can never compare the taste of hard chicken to that of a soft chicken. This is how I love grilling my chicken or my proteins. I don't like leaving it in the oven for a very long time, because when it gets too dried, my kids will not be able to chew it, and the hubby who doesn't like too much hard meat as well. So at this point, I'm going to add it in my stew. So I'm going to introduce the chicken stock. So I'm going to test for extra seasoning. If I need to add, I'm going to add it at this point. I'm going to add my bouillon powder, a pinch of salt, then I'm going to add a little bit of water. I don't like when my stew is too thick, and I don't like it when it is liquidy as well. I just like it in between, not too thick and not too light. So I'm going to cover it up and allow it to simmer for some seconds, and our stew is as good as done. Alright guys, some seconds later, so if you think the consistency of the stew is too thick for you, you can go ahead and add water to it to loosen it up. Or if you have a chicken broth or your leftover stock, you can go ahead and add it at this point. But I'm satisfied with this consistency. Our stew is as good as done. Very easy to put together, like very easy. This stew smells so amazing. Tell me that you are not craving for this stew right now. Like, tell me that I don't want to start boiling rice in advance. So that is it for the recipe, guys. As easy as A, B, C. Alright guys, here here comes the final result of our delicious chicken stew recipe. Like I said, I used the hard chicken for this recipe, but if you cannot lay your hands on the hard chicken, you can as well use the soft chicken. You can also use turkey or any protein of your choice. I hope you enjoyed watching today's video, and if you did, give this video a thumbs up, share with your friends and your family. Like I said, the detailed ingredients will be listed on my description box below. Feel free to check it out. Thank you so much for watching. I will see you guys in my next video. Until then, keep loving yourself generously. Bye guys.